Subscribe to our YouTube channel and press the bell icon to get the latest updates.
Hello viewers, welcome to the Fast Profits Daily. Myself Brijesh Bhatia. Since the market broke out at around June and July consolidation and there is no look back since start of August, we have seen markets nearly 2.5 months. Markets have been on a roll from around 16,000 levels now to around 18,500 levels, and it's been trending higher and higher. It is largely led by, I would say, Reliance, IT, and one sector which is hugely underperforming since Feb 2021 is the banking space or Bank Nifty. Though in the recent times we have seen Bank Nifty hitting all-time high of some around 40,000 levels, but we think that it is a sign of cautious looking at the technical structure. First, first let's look at the ratio chart of Bank Nifty over here. So if you look at the momentum since highs of around Feb 2021, it's been going down and down. It means that the ratio chart over here is going down, which means that Bank Nifty is underperforming against the Nifty. If the ratio goes higher, the Bank Nifty outperforms. But in this case, since end of Feb, this ratio has been going lower and lower. And if you look at the green and red lines over here, the previous supports, which were the lows were made, have been broken on the consecutive levels now. And again, this is a sign of again a cautious for me that in case markets are into overbought territory, considering the momentum on RSI, and markets take a U-turn over here, the Bank Nifty, which is underperforming or is the laggard, will be the hard hitting onto the downside. If you look at the weekly chart of Bank Nifty over here, there is a bearish harmonic butterfly pattern forming over here. Now, the harmonica basically reversal in nature, calculated using the multiple Fibonacci retracements and projections. And if I just look at the reversal is around 39,950, 40,000 zone. And market have tested those levels, went lower in the yesterday's session, came back very, very strongly. But yes, still 40,000 is been held as a resistance zone. Again, this is a weekly chart, so on a larger time frame, this pattern is panning out. Though we will wait for a weekly close on how this pattern forms. But if you look at the structure, 40,400 is the negative level for the pattern over here. If I look at the daily chart, so let's look at this slightly lower down and look at the daily chart. The recent rally has been in the rising channel structure. And now if you look at the orange lines over here, the rising channel has been formed. Prices are resisting around this rising channel. If you look at that black parallel lines, the gap area which it has formed at the start of the week is will be very, very crucial to watch at the 39,375, 39,560 zone. It's very, very crucial. Though in yesterday's session we went on to around test those gap levels, came back on the higher levels again. So as a pattern on the weekly chart, I will slightly wait over here as a confirmation of the break below 39,300 levels or any close on a daily basis as well below 39,300 levels. The bearish harmonic structure will be confirmed and we might see the bearish momentum continuing on the downside. Again, remember, Bank Nifty is underperforming against the Nifty on a larger scale since Feb 2021. And again, the momentum, if you look at the market's reverse, the weakness, the weakening sector or the weakness stocks are the first to fall. So this is very, very crucial over here to keep in mind that the Bank Nifty has formed the bearish structure over here. Now, if I go on to the adding the RSI over here, if you look at the lower panel of RSI, when the RSI tests 80 on the daily chart, either the Bank Nifty, the bullish momentum take a pause or we see a retracement onto the downside. But if I just again as a confirmation of that gap area of around 39,300 will be very, very crucial to confirm this pattern. any move above 40,500 will negate the structure. Though it's 40,400, I'm just keeping a 100 points buffer, uh, being a volatile index. So 40,500, in case we breach on the higher side, the pattern will negate. But 30,000, 39,300 on a close, any close below these level on the daily basis, will be a confirmation that the short term top can be made into the bank nifty, and we might see lower levels. So this is a sign of cautious, and keep this in mind. 39,300 level is very, very important for bank nifty from here on, because that gap area is very, very crucial. Again, the if you look at the Nifty, 5 consecutive gap up opening is witnessed into the momentum. We tested around 18,400 levels, came back very, very strongly. But it is very, very important that on Bank Nifty, 39,300 on a close basis is very crucial to keep a watch on. Again, I repeat, it's been underperforming. So when the bearish momentum starts, or the profit booking starts, the first sector to get hit is the underperformer sector, and banking is one of the laggard into the recent momentum, right from a couple of months, where Nifty has gone from 16,000 to 18,500. Bank Nifty has not contributed that amount of move which Nifty has done. So, as a sign of cautious, keep a watch on Bank Nifty as a cautious sign. Either 40,500 or 39,300 will be very, very crucial from current point of view on the Bank Nifty. So, signing off, Brijesh Bhatia.
Our new research uncovers some shocking truths behind today's hottest investment opportunity: electric vehicles. Don't invest your money in EV stocks before seeing our research. Click here to sign up for our special event to know it all for free.